We've got host and songwriter Shae Wilbur, our game's 50 Shades of Grey, and the best apps for divorcees today on It's Complicated.
You're listening to It's Complicated with your hosts Jennifer Golden and Lauren Leonelli, coming to you live from the AfterBuzz TV studios in Los Angeles, California.
Hey everyone, welcome back for another episode of It's Complicated.
The struggle is real when you're dating in the city.
I'm Jen.
And I'm Lauren. And today our drink of the day is a Pinot Gi-Shae-O. Yes, it is in honor of our guest Shae Wilbur, who admits that she likes $6 wine from Trader Joe's. She's a cheap date. We can get on board with that.
Oh yeah,
totally into it. And of course, we're gonna add a little fizz because it's summertime, and we like a little spritzer.
because why not? A little sparkle to our wine doesn't hurt anyone.
Yeah, we want to feel like Ramona Singer before Turtle Time was invented, and she was in her prime, and she was drinking Bartles and James somewhere in Palm Beach or West Palm.
What a trendsetter.
West Palm or Palm Beach or whatever the fuck they were talking about. On that
God, we will get there.
Yeah,
Man,
we will.
That's
those
a good time,
housewives.
that
And
reality
I have
TV.
a side of chloroseptic that I'm also might be spritzing. Speaking of spritzers in my mouth, because I'm very sick, if you can hear the man sound in my voice.
That's just what I sound like normally.
So,
welcome to my life.
yes, here we are.
Here we are, guys, and today we have host and songwriter Shae Wilbur in the studio. She is an internationally known style expert, social media influencer, and TV host. You've seen her alongside Mario Lopez on Extra, bringing the latest celeb scoop on The Wendy Show, recapping red carpets on HLN, CNN, and all across networks like Fox, CBS, The CW, and even Good Morning Britain.
Mm-hmm. That's different than Good Morning America, everyone.
Sure is.
Shae was born and raised in the Philadelphia area, and she grew up on stage literally performing with her singer-songwriter dad from the tender age of 8. Thank you for adding the wine. I obviously forgot to do that. I'm not my normal self these days.
It's okay. Well, a little wine with a side of chloroseptic won't kill anyone.
It's fine.
Maybe.
Hey, listen. Later on, it's going to be a little side of wine and a little shot of codeine.
Who knows? It's going to get crazy.
So Shae made her national television debut when she came out during the season 8 of American Idol, where she appeared as a contestant, and she left a lasting impression on the judges when she made it through Hollywood Week. Pretty good.
That is really good. That means, like, you're for reals.
Yeah.
And alas, becoming the next American Idol wasn't meant for Shae, but the experience led her to a gig as the face of Fox in Florida. And only in a matter of 4 years, she transformed from their social media girl to a full-time host and entertainment correspondent. She added writer and producer to her on-camera credits, launching a segment called Fox Culture.
Yeah.
Which quickly gained popularity among her network and became syndicated across the U.S. Syndication, guys, is a big deal.
Big
because
deal.
everybody can see it all the time.
And it's pretty lucrative.
Oh, yeah.
So, Shae currently resides in LA, and she's best known for making the latest fashion and beauty trends relatable to the everyday girl, which we get here.
Oh, yeah. We are the every girl, guys.
That's right. Maria Menounos, our mentor and creator of what you're looking at here, is also very much that. And that's great. Like, you want to be relatable and let everyone know, like, hey, these trends or these things, like, everyone can have them. Everyone can do this. Everyone can have these beauty products or fashion items or whatever. So we're excited because she's got this, like, outgoing, magnetic personality, and we're going to get her in here and ask her all the good questions.
And she's actively also involved in the community, guys. She's not just a pretty face or a big talent. She's got some substance there. She helps a lot with the Boys and Girls Club, Teen Cancer America, 2 Cents Project, the Arthritis Foundation, Wilbur Ministries, which sounds like it could be her father's ministries.
Yes.
Or family, at least. The Joseph Project, and more.
Yes.
More. How can she do all of these things?
I don't know. That's another thing we're going to talk to her about. Her love of people and desire to leave a positive, lasting impact on the world is what motivates Shae every day. She's a shining personality that lights up a room, and she's so stinking spunky and cute, and it just makes us happy, and we need to know her secrets. We're going to talk to Shae about her path to Hollywood and how that changed and how she embraced the unexpected, how she finds time time to pay attention to work, volunteering, and her marriage, like we were just talking about, and how to keep that spark lit and the passion alive in all these areas of her life, because she's just such a little sparky, spunky spark.
And obviously good at balancing and multitasking.
So, and that
organizing.
translates to the dating world, people.
Oh,
You
yeah.
need to be able to balance and keep sparks alive and find the passion. And it's when you start dating all the way until the end of the road, as the Boys to Men says. I think I'm like on drugs. Am I?
You are. It's okay. Enjoy it, maybe.
Oh my God. Okay.
Well, anyway, guys, before we dive into how amazing Shae is, or even more so, we're going to fill you in on what we've been up to this past 2 weeks and air our dirty laundry.
Yes, oh my
we were
God.
both on vacation, but I'm going to tell you about mine first as I cheer to our time off with our beverage.
Oh my God. Should
wine.
I be drinking this right now?
I
feel
don't
a
know.
little shaky.
Yeah, I should probably never drink wine again, considering how much I've consumed in the
Oh
past
my
2
God.
weeks.
I wish I consumed more alcohol than I did, but this dumb illness kept me from drinking my face off.
Well, that should inspire you to get better so you can get back in the game with me.
Oh my God. Back in the saddle.
Yeah, so guys, I went to first Paso Robles, which is amazing. The place
Yeah.
I stayed was, it's
Yeah,
just,
it looked beautiful.
forget about anywhere else. Just don't go anywhere else, guys. Only go here. It's called Allegretto Resort and Vineyard, I think. Those are the words. They might be in a different order. But it's in Paso Robles. It's like a piece of Tuscany in Paso Robles. You don't even need to leave the hotel. There's a wine tasting on site.
Wow.
The food is great. The hotel itself is immaculate. It's spiritual. It's relaxing. There's a pool. There's all the things you could need in life if you like that kind of thing.
Just moving.
Basically, like you can see the stars in the sky, and like it's dog friendly. Mochi came along, of course, and had the best time ever. And just ran around and greeted all the guests, and definitely peed in a hallway somewhere. I'm so sorry,
whatever.
hotel.
Who cares?
Who cares? I cleaned it up. But anyway.
Oh.
Really amazing experience. We went to this vineyard called Dow. It's like on top of a mountain overlooking all of like the vineyards. It's just beautiful. I want to go back. And sadly, we left and went to Santa Barbara, and I would have just stayed there knowing how great it was. Santa Barbara was great too, but Paso Robles was just like a
better,
whole-
yeah.
It was like going to Europe. But so when we went to,
It's like, well, they say that even the taste of wine is so similar to Provence in the south of France and stuff. So that's maybe the climate and everything is very similar. So that's probably what you were feeling like.
it was just wonderful. I can't wait to go back again. And then we went to Santa Barbara, which was also great. It just wasn't as luxurious and relaxing like where we stayed. We stayed at like a cool hip hotel. And I actually realized from this trip that I am way more luxury and relaxation than I am hip. And I know that like being like an Instagram person is cool and like taking pictures of cool
Why, it
California
was like
things.
modern and not cozy or what?
It was like California. It was like retro.
Oh.
Like, but new, but like to look
Yeah.
retro.
Yeah.
Like with
I
like
know what you mean.
Airstreams and like surfboards
Okay.
and that kind of thing. And vinyl records, cool. Not for me.
Well, especially after coming from where you were just coming
Yeah.
from. Maybe it was just like too jarring.
Yeah.
Like you wanted to stay in that mode and then you got ripped out of it.
Well, and the idea of it, like in the first place was that we were going to like take this week and kind of break it into 2 vacations. So it would feel like we did so much with our time versus just getting bored at one place. Forget it. Stay
Just
in one
get bored at
place.
one place.
There's nothing boring about it. It's amazing. So anyway, but Santa Barbara was nice. We went to Montecito, had lunch at like the Four Seasons,
Oh
went
my
to
God.
the Salt Cave in Santa Barbara, we ate seafood every day. It was really, really great. I really just like vacation, and I now want to be an Instagram travel blogger person because that's the life. Sorry.
Perfect.
Sorry, all the other lives, not important.
No.
Just this one.
Sorry, all the other lives. That's like
Yeah.
when you told me that guy's hair was missing.
It was missing.
Did we talk about that on
I
the
don't
show?
know.
Jen said some guy was balding and she said, oh, and I just don't know. And his picture's on Instagram and he is missing hair. Missing hair.
You know,
The way you choose your words to
I know.
create the sentence, like you just said, oh, sorry to all the other lives, you're not important. Like that's
You're
the same
not.
thing as missing hair.
exactly. But everyone knows what I mean. It's just a new way to say it. So
That's
Keep
right.
up, guys. All right. Anyway, then I went to this really amazing event called
yeah.
Worlds, and it's like a meeting of the minds.
That's with a Z, by the way.
It is.
In case you're wondering. It's got some street cred.
It does. Well, you know what? I said to the owner of this company called Patau, and Patau stands for People That Take Over the World, and it's basically all
Patau!
Well, I thought it was just like it's supposed to be an onomatopoeia, but it is, but it means something.
It's an onomatopoeia and a
acronym.
I was going to say an algorithm, but my brain isn't working correctly.
Okay.
So
Either word is really great anyway.
they all sound the same.
Yeah, so People That Take Over the World, it's a bunch of CEOs, like masters of their domain. But so they created this other event called Worlds where people can come and learn from the masters. So it's not just for the masters, it's for people that want to learn from them. There's also like titans, if you will. So that's like a Deepak Chopra. He was there, met him, took a picture, said a lot of weird shit to him. Don't know if he was into that.
And he had rhinestone glasses.
And red high top sneakers. I was like, Deepak, trendsetter, or are you? Doesn't matter because he's Deepak. So anyway, I met him and I told him the whole reason I went to that event was because of him, and I rambled on and on and on and probably scared him. He was holding a knife in our photo, which I will be posting later.
What?
He was eating, and somebody like took his plate away so he could take the photo with me, but he was still holding the knife, so it looks like he kind of wants to kill me. But rest assured, Deepak doesn't want to kill anyone. It's not on brand.
No, yeah, that's not his bag.
No. But guys, I have never been more inspired in my life. And like,
Right.
we are the CEOs of our show.
Yeah.
And now we just have to help humanity. So hopefully we're helping you because these are the goals now that I've been to this thing. And the other goal is to marry a CEO because I think it would take a lot for me to marry not a CEO. Like I don't know.
It's almost
how I
like
would,
when you're dancing and you're trying not to be on rhythm.
yeah.
Like, you know, when you see someone who's not on rhythm, you're like, are you
Trying?
That's like, takes effort to not step to the beat. How do you not fucking hear that? This is the same thing. How
Yeah.
do you not marry a CEO?
I don't know. I think I have to.
You'd have to actively find a derelict.
Well, there's a lot of them around, so I don't know if it's so
Yeah.
active. I just walk outside. But
Yeah, just go into any bar and get a fucking bartender slash actor slash model slash
Hi,
dancer.
Chihuahua. So anyway, I just think I need a CEO because I'm so inspired by people doing something
Yeah.
to make an impact. Whether it's, I mean, mostly I would like somebody that helps humanity because that's really, you know, what else are you doing? Like,
Yeah.
why is what you're doing important if not helping humanity?
True.
But so anyway, that's the point. I need somebody that's making an impact in a significant way and possibly above a manager level.
Oh.
So
Okay.
we'll just say CEO, but somewhere between director and CEO.
Oh my God, this is very oddly specific, and that's great.
Hey, hit me up on LinkedIn.
Oh my God. I went to Lake George finally in the Adirondacks. I felt like an East Coast housewife. It's totally my bag.
Totally your bag.
Vacationing in the East Coast on like a boat with like the mountains and like being in
But
New
that's
York.
a country. I feel like you're very like
No,
cosmopolitan.
but yeah, but it's like it's almost like the Hamptons. It's like you go there because you're fancy.
Oh.
Even though there was parts of it that aren't fancy, but you're also fancy.
You know what? The word lake always throws me off.
Oh, really?
Because I think of lake house and like country.
Oh,
and like,
you should see some of the motherfucking houses.
I'm sure.
Bob Costas has a house there. It's like, anyway, it's beautiful. Some of them are very cabiny, obviously, but you're in the Adirondacks and there's Adirondack chairs everywhere. And
I went to camp in the Adirondacks.
yeah, then you probably were there.
And then I went home and never
We
went
did
back. Scared of the bugs.
an Adirondack Extreme. It was like a ropes course.
Did you like zip lined?
Yes, we zip lined. The 6 and 7 or 5 and 6 courses at the end. It's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh my God, dangerous.
What do you do during this
You're
course?
dangling from like you're on a like a cable. And you're literally dangling, and like they make it so hard. You can't even step on the log that you are supposed to step on. It swings out from under you, and you have to have immense upper body strength. I was struggling. It was very hard. But no, we had a good time. The scenery was beautiful. I finally got to meet like my boyfriend's family, sister,
Like all of them.
all of the kids,
Dad.
Yeah, I've met his mom before, and then all his friends who grew up with his best friend Justin and his wife and their kids that I've been hearing about forever and ever and ever and ever. So it was really fun. Besides the fact that I was deathly ill the whole time, and it really took a toll on my drinking abilities, which was very disappointing. But whatever.
Sad, but you kept up with all the activities. Okay, so you also went like, didn't you go to the horse races?
Yeah, we went to the track in Saratoga. That's super fancy.
No, I saw some of your photos. I was like,
Yeah.
what? This seems like housewives material, like of New York, guys. Don't
Super
get it twisted.
fans, and we got to do all the VIP stuff because my boyfriend's best friend used to own a horse, and his dad was connected to the track and all these things. So we got to do all of it. And Saratoga is beautiful. The houses there are beautiful. I mean, it is totally my jam. I might be moving to Saratoga.
Oh, and I might be moving to Santa Barbara because it's between LA and Paso Robles.
So then,
But Montecito, I'm not regular Santa Barbara.
Oh, anyway, it was a great time. It was a nice vacation. I mean, it was different than a vacation. It's not like I was sitting on a lounge chair drinking. There were relaxing moments, but it's fun. We were doing stuff, meeting people and going places, and there's tons of kids everywhere, which is great. It's a family atmosphere. So it was great. It was fun and lovely and beautiful.
That's very exciting. Yeah. Last year you didn't go, so this year you did.
Yeah, even though his daughter invited me last year.
Well,
after meeting me for like 2 hours. It's like, can we bring Lauren to Lake George? I was like, say that a little louder.
Yeah. Well, it all worked out.
It did. And now here I am.
Here you are. And guys, we want to meet our favorite celebrities also in baggage claim.
Yeah,
Lauren just got back from there.
Came from
and
there.
Now we're going to go there again. But Jennifer Lawrence and Darren Aronofsky are like for reals.
Now they're getting more serious,
yeah,
guys.
so like it was like hinted at back in 2016. They met on the set of their movie Mother! ! It's a scary movie if you guys are into that kind of thing. Comes out soon. But yeah, so they've been seen canoodling and all that jazz. And like for whatever reason, they're keeping it very, very hush. And I kind of like that because like I feel like she's a serious actress. I mean, she's a funny person that plays serious roles, but she, I think, has handled her reputation through Hollywood really well.
Yeah, and she's candid and fun, but they're kind of keeping. I mean, he also was married before
to Rachel Weisz,
and they have kids together, or they have a kid together. So I just feel like maybe they're just kind of like, we don't need to be doing all that.
They don't. I mean, and also if you're famous, like, why are you gonna make more of a scene? You're already famous.
You don't really need to do that. It'll come to you.
Right. You're not a Kardashian. Relax.
You're not.
Everyone.
Yeah, exactly. Ryan Reynolds, guys, there's a quick little cute, article in, I believe it was a Glamour magazine, where it's just a quick little quip, and we kind of like it because we're real on the show. Blake Lively was talking about Ryan Reynolds, and she was just basically saying, like, we have our ups and downs. Like, it's a normal marriage. It's like we're madly in love with each other, but like there's moments. And like, I kind of like when people just sort of lay it out there like that. Like, it's not, you see the Instagram pictures or whatever and you think everything's perfect, and it's not always.
You really do think it's perfect. So when she says
not being perfect is almost that's like how it's supposed to be. Like, don't think that that's the way it's supposed to be,
No, I think the truth needs to start coming out, guys, especially now it's coming out about Casey Affleck and Summer Phoenix, because they are Splitsville and Phoenix, guys.
Oh my God. Yes.
So the youngest actress, the actress and youngest sibling of the Phoenix family, that's River, Joaquin, and Summer, cool names. They're getting divorced.
Yeah.
So Joaquin actually set up Summer and Casey back in the day in like 1995.
Right.
So they've been together ever since. And we heard that they were splitting last year. They were separating supposedly because he was just getting out of hand. And like, he was like, I think alcohol and all kinds of craziness. Abusive, maybe?
I don't know.
No, there were some things that were not good about Casey that came out. And what it was possibly going to affect Manchester by the Sea and like all the award nominations.
I feel like she was with him at the Oscars, so then it was like put to rest a little bit, but now it's official.
Yeah.
You guys, if you are getting divorced and you would like to go onto an app, then I think you could definitely get on some of these that are mentioned that are the best apps for divorcees, because that's a thing. You gotta get back out in the game.
And there's got to be a niche for everyone. I actually thought of one the other day. Like single people that want a divorcee. I think that's one of these. But it's not necessarily the focus. But like, what if I want someone
who's already been married,
right? And like is like now wiser because of it.
Yeah. Well, experience,
and also possibly a CEO,
and then a possible CEO.
Right. Or what if I just want a CEO? Where's that at?
So there's one that's just straight divorce dating. It's just like the app. I mean, the name of the app. You just basically are on there. You're trying to find a new relationship. You both have come from this broken situation, and now you're on there, and you want to find companionship and love again.
Created by Vicky Ziegler, whose show Untying the Knot was on TV.
Yes.
And it explored this area. Then there's Dating for Parents. You get that. dating for parents.
Yeah, it's there.
People that got divorced are parentals and want to find others.
And that, right, or single parent meet. So, that's sort of the same thing, right? Like and maybe you're on there like you want a guy that is a father, or you want to date a woman that's a mother because they can take care of things. You want to see how they are with kids. There you go.
Totes, you could go there for friendship or dating. So
totally.
Either or. Then there's one called First Met, and that's for a place to meet divorced people. You don't have to be divorced to join the website, so you could just meet divorced people though. So like I could go on that and meet a divorced person.
Yeah.
There we go.
We could go on any of these. And then there's Elite Singles, which I feel like we've talked about before. Hi, we've got Shae coming in here, guys.
Yeah.
And yes, we have a dog. Sit on that beautiful
Couch right
couch
there.
and put on your cute headphones. Oh, yeah, Mochi's our mascot.
I'm going to make you your drink and bring it on over to you. You say hello to Mochi and to Lauren.
Wait, I love Mochi, like the food.
I know.
So
Isn't
I'm
she
sure
the
I will love it all.
cutest?
Mochi, come here.
We made you a Pinot Gi-Shae-O.
I love it. I love the
you're
play
gonna
on
need to now
words.
make sure you can see yourself in that camera.
Oh,
right
can
there.
I? Wait, is
And
this
then-
going to be on something? So I have to make sure I look good at all
Oh, we're
angles?
already, honey.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Do it.
Well, if I have like some stomach rolls in this romper,
cares?
then just ignore them.
Just drink your wine. Drink your juice.
Yeah, just bring the wine over and then I'll stop caring as much.
Exactly, right?
You guys look gorgeous.
Oh my God, you do too. How
You're
are
like
you?
so beautiful.
I mean,
I'm good.
we try.
That's a lot of Pinot
Well,
Gi-Shae-O.
It's a spritzer.
Got it.
So,
Okay.
we mixed it up because it's morning time and we feel like
We have to go easy in the morning.
Yeah, I know. And we like a little
Yeah.
fizz. We were just talking about a dating app for divorcees, which you don't need.
No, I don't. But I didn't even know those existed.
Oh, yeah, there's an app for almost
there's an app
everything.
there's like one for like bacon lovers and stuff.
And
It's-
people that like burritos.
Find a farmer. Isn't there
Farmers
one like
Only.
that?
Farmers
yeah.
Only.
Oh, are you on
Also-
that?
Yeah, no, but no.
No, that's next. But also, then there's one like if you want to avoid Trump, you can move to Canada. Like
Oh,
that,
yeah, there's
find
like
a guy in Canada.
Yeah.
Why do you need an app for that though? Oh, to find a guy in Canada.
Yeah,
Yeah, just
so
like
got it.
they get
To start.
specific so you can really like narrow down your
Like
search.
I'm in the mood for an Italian who lives in Montana.
Exactly.
Exactly.
The
Got it.
Italian Montana app. There you go.
Interesting.
I love
Cheers.
it. Cheers. Thank you for coming. We're so
Yeah.
glad to finally
Thanks for having
have
me.
you here.
Thank you.
Welcome to the show.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we know that you started out as a contestant on American Idol like that. I mean, you were singing and stuff
Yeah.
with your dad when you were little, but then you went to American Idol.
Yeah.
You did your thing there. First of all, you were in season 8. So who won that season?
I should have listened. Oh, Chris Allen.
Oh,
Chris,
okay.
But like Adam Lambert was on that season.
Oh my God, I love Adam Lambert.
Danny Gokey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it was a fun, and that was like I feel like in the heyday of Idol. Like it
Oh,
was
yeah.
so,
Totally.
It was like Simon was there, and
Yeah.
it was yeah.
Was Paula
It
still there?
Yeah. Oh
my
yeah.
God.
Oh, she was there.
Oh wow! Wait, okay. By the way, if you asked me who won in the past couple of years, I couldn't even tell you because
Yeah.
I stopped at some
Well,
point.
the show's not on anymore.
Well,
it's
yes,
coming
it
back.
is.
Yeah.
Wait, it is?
Hello.
Yeah. And Ryan's
yes.
going back to it. Isn't
Ryan's back. Katy Perry's a judge. It's on ABC now. It's gonna be.
Yeah, it's a reboot.
It's gonna be incredible.
Oh my God, I did not know
Yes.
that.
I
But it
got
hasn't been
chills.
on for the past like couple of years.
We took a break.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
now yeah.
and you're
Wait a minute,
still
back.
working on it because you were doing
I'm actually
casting,
a casting
right?
producer. So if either one of you guys are singers,
I was
no, I'm
once
not.
a singer, and then I kept talking, and now I have nodes, and it's a whole thing. So
I think actually I might have notes as well.
Oh.
But I'm honestly too scared to get it checked out.
I
so-
feel like you're tone
me too.
Jen.
What?
I think you're tone deaf.
No, I am not tone deaf. I
Wait,
can
do you
sing.
want to do like a little audition right now?
No, God,
do it.
no.
Listen, I'm a casting producer. Like we could make this happen.
No, but I have recorded a song, and it is on the internet.
Oh my
So
God.
Googling
I
needs
did
to
not
happen.
know this.
Oh, well,
I
whoops.
can't. I'm
Oh,
getting.
gosh,
Ask
amazing.
Jan Golden because it's about 9/11 and she posts it every year. So that's coming up.
So it's like a
Shut
serious
the
song.
fuck up.
Uh-huh. I took
Stop.
guitar. I had a guitar teacher, and together we wrote the song, and I sang it.
That makes me love you even more. That's really sweet.
I mean, that is cute. My
The
boy-
song's horrendous, but okay.
Oh.
Thanks, guys.
But it was like it was the spirit behind it.
No, and hey, listen, maybe you could be like Cara Diaguardi and write for people. I mean, she
Yeah.
also has a good voice, but then you can give it to
Yeah,
I'm
and a
just-
good body. Do you remember when she like on
my
Idol?
God.
She like came out in her bikini. She like ripped off her jacket and came out in her
No.
bikini.
Oh my God,
she
I
looks
don't-
good.
She's super
She
cute.
kills it, yeah.
she
kills it.
She is a very talented singer songwriter. But you could, you could
I could be one as well.
be.
So
I mean,
you
we
need
could have a
writers.
star in the midst right now.
And
great.
look, and we
I feel like we do.
Shae, this is all you. You're discovering her,
All right, well, we'll have to
rediscovering
chat
her.
later. Yeah,
Well, I love
rediscovering.
this.
I wanted to sit cross-legged, but my shoes have spikes and they're digging into my legs.
Oh my gosh, it's fine. Just keep
I'm
doing
just trying to
whatever.
figure out
Just
what
get
the best
comfy.
angle
Yes,
is.
you just lean back, do your thing. It's a couch.
Lean
Yeah.
back.
Lean back. Yeah.
Mochi, why are you staring at me?
She does that.
Hi, Mochi.
You have a dog.
Yeah, I would have brought her.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay, wait. So now,
Obsessed
what is your
with her.
dog's name?
Sasha.
Sasha. And Sasha travels with you.
Yeah, she's my emotional support dog.
I love it.
So is Mochi.
You have to have her all the time.
Yeah, I do.
I mean, you need her.
Does she help you when you're traveling, to do all the jobs that you do? Because you host on different shows. You're all over the place.
Yeah, yeah, I
People
am.
probably die when you bring her. They're like, oh my God.
Yeah, but it's funny because certain places I don't bring her into because she's small. So like everyone wants to pick up a small dog,
Sure, yeah.
and she doesn't really love being picked up.
Okay.
So I feel bad then being the person like,
Yeah.
here's my really cute dog. Just look at her. Like, don't pick her up.
it's like
don't
my
touch.
cat.
Yeah.
It's like my cat.
Yeah, she kind of is like a cat
What
personality.
kind of pup is she?
A Shih Tzu.
Oh,
sweetest.
so she's
And
got.
she
See, I think
sings.
Mochi is part Shih Tzu.
Mochi, I see you. You're very cute.
I think she's sorry. I'm sick. So if you see me,
I
also
love her so much.
drinking
you.
wine and
I know. I noticed that. I'm like, is that like a new combo that the kids
the
are
whole
doing these
thing,
days?
yeah.
it's my scissor.
I was
everyone.
gonna say, because isn't that what scissor is?
I think
Scissor
so.
is cough
It's
syrup
codeine,
with
right?
codeine
Yeah.
and like
Oh, okay, so that's
grape
like minus the
soda
codeine. That's
and
just
a
like
Jolly Rancher or something.
the drugstore.
Yeah, it's like I'm all up here with my things.
I don't know about all that.
Okay, so now you started singing with your dad when you were like 8.
Yeah.
Okay. What kind of music does your dad sing first?
So it's like inspirational.
Okay.
Yeah, and he's been doing that since like
and
the
he's
70s.
he has a ministry thing.
Yeah, my father-in-law does. So
your
actually both of them do.
Oh, right.
It's kind of
okay.
confusing.
That makes sense.
Oh, wait,
because that's
of
how
Wilbur.
you met. Yes,
Yes.
Wilbur.
Well,
It's
it took us
okay.
a second there.
And that's how you met, which we'll get
Yeah.
into, your
Yeah, yeah.
husband. Okay, so
both of our dads are like singers.
Got it.
And kind of like faith-based, both in those circles, and have
Love
been
it.
for like since the 70s.
Oh my God.
And they knew each other.
How awesome.
And so, yeah, I kind of grew up like singing with my dad when I was a kid. So
just like at services and stuff like that,
yeah,
right?
like he would do concerts,
Oh,
and
wow.
he toured like all over the country, and some like internationally as well. I think I went to like Denmark when I was a baby. I actually think I got stuck in Denmark because I didn't have a passport and I was like 6 months old, and they almost didn't let.
Could you
like,
imagine?
me
Sorry, you
leave.
can't
Well,
take your child.
Yeah,
I know.
And also, what is that baby gonna do? Stay in
just,
Denmark
like,
and fend for
at the,
itself?
I know,
Yeah.
like at the airport. I don't know.
Go to a hotel?
Yeah,
So
I know,
weird.
I know. So, so yeah, so I grew up like since I was a kid. My dad would like bring me up on stage and like sing with him, and I just kind of thought that that's what my life was just going to be, just
Sure.
singing, like
Sure.
only singing. And then I did American Idol season 8, and it opened up like this whole world of TV, and I was like, oh,
Okay.
this is really fun, like this, and I liked it just as much. So then I'm like, okay, well, let's explore the TV thing too.
So then when the path and when that door closed for you at American Idol, it
Yeah.
didn't make you feel like, because we talk about just in life in general, dating
Yeah,
specifically,
totally.
or anything.
Discouragement.
Discouragement. A door closes. You like
Yeah.
a guy and they don't like you back.
Totally.
And then you're like, oh, I'm never going to, it makes you feel like
Yeah.
every step of the path makes sense. Obviously now in retrospect, looking back, it's
like
easier to
full
see that.
circle, but
Full circle.
it took, 10 years for it to come full circle. So you really, in the moment, you have to. I was in it. I wasn't one of those people when I auditioned who I walked in there and I was like, this is it. If I don't make it
Yes.
here, I am
That's
gonna
it.
my life will be over. And I
Right.
think the same thing like in relationships. If you go into it, put that much pressure on yourself.
True.
Like if this relationship doesn't succeed or pan out how I want it to be, like my life is over. I
Yeah.
have no more options. And there are people who go into relationships and American Idol the same way,
It's
thinking
like
that
all or nothing. You
all of
can't
the
put
eggs
all your
in that
eggs in that
basket.
Which, by the way, I think if you spend one day on this planet, you realize a lot of things are out of your control.
Exactly.
And your life is never
Exactly.
over when it happens, unless it's
Yeah.
really over.
And
so
you
you
have
just
to-
pick yourself back up
You
and
have
do
to
it
pay
again.
attention, I think, because in those moments when you're putting pressure on, and we all do it, we call our girlfriends, we talk about things, especially in relationships when something goes wrong.
Yeah.
He did this, he did that, I'm this,
Totally.
da, da, da. Nobody calls and guess what? Like, we had an amazing day today and he looked in my eyes, and like nobody really talks about that. So
Totally.
it sort of sucks that society focuses on that negative.
negative, yeah.
And that in that moment, in the negative moment where
Yeah.
a door, you're feeling like a door is closing, American Idol said no to you.
Yeah.
You have to pay attention to what else is being brought to you. You happen to be good at that and say like, oh, I really like TV.
Right. And I felt like, I just went into it like I'm here to get what I'm supposed to get out of this experience.
Whatever that is.
Whatever that is. I don't know how far it's going to take me, but I'm going to meet people. I'm going to meet the executive producer who is now my boss.
Yeah.
Like, I'm going to meet people. I'm going to be a nice person. I'm going to be a good person. I'm going to, make sincere connections with people. And you just never know how life is going to pan out. You never know what that's going to look like. So even in that moment, like, I was discouraged for sure.
Sure.
My confidence.
Rejection
it's rejection.
And allow yourself to feel the disappointment.
Totally.
It's not as to say to feel like a robot. But
Totally. Yeah, exactly. Like it's not like, obviously we're human. Things hurt, and it hurt my confidence for sure. But at the same time, it kind of like gave me a kick in the butt to be like, all right, like, well, you kind of got a taste of it. So how bad do you want it?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then also, what are you going to do with it?
Totally.
How old were you when this all went down?
I think I was 20, or like 23.
So that's pretty young to like sort of like realize all of these things and to make the best of a situation.
Totally.
I mean, a lot of 23-year-olds are just getting out of college and they're like,
I was just married at 23.
You just got married. So now
my story is kind of crazy, but
we need to hear about.
Okay, so let's talk about that for a second. So your father's introduced you to.
So here's the thing. I was like the girl. I was always the girl who I was a relationship girl.
Yeah.
And now looking back on it, I'm like, I just took everything so seriously. And part of that was like how I was raised. And I think like there's a certain good side of that too, where like I wasn't going to just like date around and be like super reckless, not if that's your thing, then fine. But like, I put so much pressure on myself and like this person I date, I have to see potential marriage literally from when I was like 16. I remember my first boyfriend, like, I thought, I'm like, oh my gosh, we could actually get married. We could get married. And,
I mean, listen,
put so much pressure on myself.
I know, but you also, it's not uncommon for a woman's mind to think
go
that way more.
When I was 16, like, chill out a little.
But also,
Jeez.
I think it was like the TV at the time. Like, what was it? Like the OC and like different shows like that, or like even Dawson's Creek, where you're like, I want my Dawson.
It was more like Dawson's Creek, Saved by the Bell for me.
So, I think like, I don't know what it is. Maybe the things we're watching as like young girls, or the princess stories, or whatever it is. But we
just
grow
society
up
too
with a hopeless romantic thing where we know at some point we're going to get married, and it could happen at any point from 16 on.
And I remember,
so maybe that's your story.
Yeah, my first boyfriend, his parents had met in high school, and I was like, oh my gosh, we could be like high school sweethearts and get married. It's just funny.
Right. It happens.
Yeah, but so I had like had these failed relationships, and my pattern was like I would date a guy for like a year and a half, maybe 2 years, and then like panic and be like, oh my gosh, this isn't like, when I would think about like walking down the aisle to him, I'd be like, no. That's not it. That's not, like, there's something that's not right.
So you would visualize and be like,
yeah, I would visualize.
You're like, you're not in the picture of my future. Got it.
Or like, yeah, when I would, I don't know why I would always do this. I would envision like walking down the aisle and like how I would feel. And I just would feel like a little like check in my, like, I don't know, like my
anxiety
soul.
or something.
Yeah, just like a little.
Like unease.
Yeah, just a little bit like, oh, he's so great, but.
Yeah.
And
something.
so, and it's like they were all nice guys. Like I didn't date like jerks or like horrible. It wasn't like, I was in like really bad relationships. They were nice guys, but they just weren't the right one. So I had kind of gotten to this point once I got to college. I had maybe like 4 serious boyfriends leading up to that. And then I was like, oh, I'm just done with this. I remember saying to my dad, like, I'm clearly not picking the right person. The next person I date, I do want to marry, and I want you to choose him. So I kind of like said it to my dad joking.
Right. Like, you do it for me, because
exactly.
Also, that says a lot about your relationship with your dad.
Oh, my dad I'm obsessed with.
If my dad introduced me to a guy, I'd be like, I don't think so.
Well, my dad had done that.
Dad, but
no, I had definitely had those situations where he's like, well, what about him? And I'm like, heck no. Like, sound the alarm, going the other direction.
But you were more like just throwing your hands in the air.
Exactly. I was like,
You're like, somebody else take this on.
Yeah, because clearly I wasn't, now looking, I'm like, I was literally 20 at the time. It's not like my time had run out.
Right.
Yeah.
But for whatever reason, I was like, Dad, whatever, help me. And I want to marry someone just like you. My dad is amazing. I love him so much.
That's cute.
So the crazy thing is like shortly after that, we were my dad and my now father-in-law were singing at this like conference in Pennsylvania. And both of our dads were singing on the same night. And, we were backstage because, both of our dads were going on. And the crazy thing is like my now husband has the same name as my dad.
Shut up.
Yeah, and he actually was named after my dad. It's really crazy.
What?
I know, it's really crazy.
Because they knew each other.
Because, yeah, our dads knew each other. So they weren't like best friends, but it was just one of those things where when my husband was born, they were trying to think of a good, strong, like male name.
What's your dad's name?
Joel.
Joel. Okay.
And that
your
is like
husband
a
is also
good,
Joel.
yeah, both are Joels. And so anyway, we're backstage, and I had seen my husband Joel earlier that day, and I was like, oh my gosh, like he's actually really cute.
Yeah.
I like him.
It kind of like sparked an interest.
Although like at the time I dated very like skinny musicians, like artistic, like the type of guys that live in like Venice Beach.
Oh,
I dated those guys.
Yeah.
And my husband was like the type of guy that like had waxed eyebrows, and like at the time was like almost borderline Guido, but he wasn't. Like he was from Chicago. He's very like, he was wearing a pinky ring at the time. I know. I know.
I'm Italian, so.
Yeah, but see, I was like,
you're a fashion
who is
girl,
this guy?
so you're like, nah.
Who is this guy? Like, he has like a diamond pinky ring on, like, and he's 19. So anyway, but at the same time, I was like, there's just something interesting about him. Like, I wasn't judging. I mean, he was super attractive, but he was just so like manicured.
And different from what you're used to.
Yeah.
That's the thing. The guy that I'm dating now, same.
Yeah.
I was like, when I first saw him, I was like, that's
different.
He sparked. I instantly was like, who is that guy? But then,
And I think like girls, especially in this day and age, it's really easy to write someone off quickly.
Totally.
Because like they don't look how you want, or maybe they don't talk how you like, or it just like,
Or they're not a CEO.
Yeah. Or they're not a CEO. Yeah, that too. Because he wasn't. Definitely. He was 19. But yeah. But it's just funny because like when you meet that person sometimes, there's just like something different that draws you to them.
Yes.
I think it's like deeper than that. I think it's like your human, like you as humans connect.
Yeah.
Because, so, it's like that same thing where you see somebody from across the room and you are looking in a completely different like way, and then all of a sudden your eyes meet.
And it's like, oh, this was...
But like you had to turn at the same exact time, or you felt their energy, and like it's just something else.
Yeah.
You can like cut
you
it.
connect on a different level.
Totally.
And it's not what you're normally used to. It's not like, oh my God, that guy's just so hot, or whatever. Like there's something that you can't describe.
Exactly.
In that moment.
It totally, and I don't know, I just believe it was like totally ordained in that moment. And the funny thing was, is I had decided in my head, I was like, okay, so I'm not gonna, if this person is like for me, I'm not gonna be the one that's like chasing after them. I like.
Did you feel like you did that in the past?
Not super,
but like drove the relationship maybe a little.
Kind of, or just like was, super proactive. Maybe like I wasn't ever aggressive because that's just not my personality. But like, I was never one of those girls who was like, oh gosh, I should wait 3 hours to text him back.
Oh yeah,
like,
I can't do that.
I'm very much like, oh, I get a text. Okay, let me see what he said. I'll text him back.
Yeah.
But with him, I was like, if this is the one, I want him to really pursue me. Like that's how I want it to be for me. So that night we talked. And at the end of the night, he was like, hey, here, like, let me give you my phone number and we can keep in touch. And I was like thinking like, okay, that's great. But still it leaves the ball on my court. Mm-hmm. So I was kind of like, that's, all right, whatever. And then 10 minutes later, he came back and was like, hey, can I get your number just in case you don't call me? Like, I want to call you.
Oh my God.
So I was like, wow, that's awesome. And I literally threw his phone number away because I knew if I had it, I cannot be trusted. So I threw it away and waited for him to text me, which was like the next day or maybe even that night. Yeah.
The situation.
It really was. But you know what? It was like, right. And we started at the time I was living in Philly. Or no, I was living in Nashville. He was living in Florida. We had like long distance, just talked on the phone.
Which is a good way to get to know somebody.
It totally is.
You built a foundation and it's like
I
not
like it.
physical and
I like
keep
it.
it going.
Yeah, and we had met in person, so we knew that there was like a connection in person.
Right.
But we got to know each other really over the phone.
But wait though, did you know that your dad was like setting you up?
Yeah, okay, so in the moment, this is what was crazy. So we were backstage and my dad goes up to my father-in-law and was like, hey, why don't we introduce our kids, And my father-in-law looked at my dad and was like, yeah, let's do it. And so they introduced us, and they actually were like, let's get a picture. You never know. And they got a picture of the four of us.
Picture?
I can't find it. It's driving me insane. I know.
Yeah,
But listen, just remembering what I wore, it's probably a better thing that...
Please describe.
Oh, God.
I need to know.
We need to know, fashion
Tell me it was like forest green jeans and a bodysuit or something.
No, I hope it was like a head-to-toe jean dress or something like that.
It was along those lines, but not denim. So I had, first of all, like the straight across bangs and the long hair, dark. It was back in the time of like...
It was 2000.
It was 2004.
Okay.
2004.
Okay.
So I was really excited because I had just gotten these hot pink pointy toe buckle heels.
Stop.
from the mall. I mean, hot pink, patent leather, pointy toe with a buckle. It was a lot happening. And then I was like, oh, well, this will look really cute if I do head to toe pink.
No.
Yes.
A pink uniform.
So I had like a different shade of pink, like a light pink kind of schoolgirl like skirt.
Oh my God.
And then I had, remember when like layering tank tops was really in?
Yes.
Yeah.
Where it was like 2 different color tank tops, so one would peek through. So then I had a hot pink tank top to bring in the shoes, you know?
Obviously.
And then a white and by tank top I mean like wife beater from Charlotte Russe. So oh
my God, this is amazing.
And then I had the white, I know. And then I had the white tank top over that. And then to top it all off, I had light pink to tie in the skirt, remember?
Oh yeah.
Pearls on, like draped.
Wow.
Shae.
And I put so much time and effort into this, I can't even tell you.
Oh no, it sounds like you did.
I mean, we sounds like that. You were going with his pinky.
I really, you know what
the two
I was.
of you together were
Can you imagine? We were a sight to behold.
Yeah.
Your parents must have been
but
like.
back then it was cool.
You two should go together.
Yeah. Back then it was cool. Now not so much.
No,
I mean, take your word for it.
The trends. If you
I don't know. Maybe that's just what I'm telling myself, but it was.
Doesn't matter because you loved it. You felt confident
I felt so confident.
And you met your
That's why.
husband.
I felt so confident.
Yeah, so you do.
God.
So see, that goes back to, and we've talked about this before. Like, you're an entertainment correspondent, but you also do fashion and beauty stuff. You try out products. Actually, you just did the charcoal teeth whitening.
Oh my gosh,
How
I
did
did.
that go?
So that was, first of all, here's the thing with that. I felt like it actually did work.
Like right then and there?
Yeah. I feel like it's not like, oh my gosh, I just had laser, zoom, lightning, whatever from the dentist. But something about charcoal, because I was researching it before I did it, because I'm like, what am I about to do?
Yeah.
So something in charcoal is like it naturally draws out the stains in your teeth or like the yellow. And I kind of wonder if it's like, because charcoal is black and it helps to kind of balance out the yellow that you might have in your teeth. I don't know.
Sure.
That's just my own, whatever. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. I know what you're saying.
And so, we did it. My friend James and I tested it. I had seen like a lot of these like bloggers and like YouTubers do it, and they just like look so meticulous, and like I got it everywhere. I mean, I was wearing, and I had to go to a meeting after that. I was wearing like a white off the shoulder shirt.
Yeah.
I had black spots everywhere. It was all over the counters,
So
on
it's
the
not
floor.
as glamorous as it seems.
It is very messy.
Yeah.
It is very, very, very messy. So he actually, my friend James that I did it with, he was like, I would recommend people doing it in the shower, which I think is really smart.
Smart.
Because some people have brushed their teeth in the shower.
Yeah, totally.
I don't, but like.
I don't either. It's like too many things to do in the shower.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm already busy enough in there. Like, it's too much to handle.
I'm one out of the shower.
Exactly. But, so yeah, it actually, I felt like it worked. It didn't taste horrible. It didn't really taste like anything. It had a little bit of like a minty, coconutty flavor.
Where do you get it?
You can get it online. That one, I think I linked to it on my Instagram. I think there's different brands of it too. But it's kind of like a cool thing. It's fun.
I want to try it.
I like weird stuff like that.
Okay,
so do I.
What were you surprised? Like when you test things out, what have you been surprised? You've done the Kim K stuff. Do you like it?
I think it's a good product. For me, not the right product. Because I'm like, I don't
do that. I just put bronzer on.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't get in. Listen, I know it looks good, and like your makeup looks amazing, and you do videos of like how to like apply it, and you do the contouring and the whole thing. I need like the simplest steps.
But that's
ever.
honestly, I think it would be good for you though.
Okay, well
because
then,
here's the thing with it. I like to put time into my makeup, and it's kind of how I wake up, and it relaxes me. I love it. It's like a part of my process in the morning. That stuff is more for like people who really want a fresh face, don't want to do a lot. It's a great product for that. Like for you, if you didn't even want to do foundation and you just wanted to do the contour around, just like kind of give you a little bronze effect and then a little of the white under the eyes, it's very dewy, very skin-like.
What if your skin, what if you feel like you don't have like an even skin tone?
Then it's probably not for you.
Okay, because my skin, like I feel
because I like doing foundation and then I do bronzer. I don't do like a full contour, like bake and cake, all that. I don't really like that. I want a more natural look, but I do like foundation.
Yeah.
I like to kind of do
even it all out.
So I find that for people who are more than makeup for dummies, it's actually a great product.
Oh, great.
You just don't really get a lot for your money. That's the downfall.
Oh, yeah, because it's just a little pencils and it's like $50 or something.
Yeah, I think it's like almost $50.
What?
And if you use it every day, I feel like it'll go fast. That's the downside. But it's actually consistency and stuff I loved.
Yeah, I heard it's really creamy.
And I mean, I got it from the party at her house, so I was like, that kind of made me like geek out over it a little bit.
Course,
so
No, and that's okay because you were
like,
invited and you
and I
got it from her
didn't know
house.
that I was even going to her house that night.
Oh,
Like
it was like a secret location.
Well, yeah, they didn't send it till the morning of
course.
and it's not like they said welcome to Kim's house. Like you realize once you got there, it was their house.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, this is crazy.
That's awesome.
How do people get invited to
don't
something
know.
like that?
Well, it's like, I mean, it was just influencers.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. And so,
Which makes sense for her to have that. Yeah.
And I will say though, the moment that I geeked out the most was like, I mean, obviously it was really cool meeting Kim. She was super nice. But when North walked in the room, I was like, well, it's funny because like I just,
baby!
Yeah. Well, no, because I just love
she's
kids.
so
and
stinking
she's
cute.
so freaking
She's
cute.
really cute. Yeah.
And her dog, the dog in the carrier, that new little puffy dog that they got.
Oh, I didn't see
Gosh.
that.
It's
So,
like,
like,
a Pomeranian.
I
or
think so.
something. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but it was funny because, you know, I just love kids. So when I see a kid walk in a room, I'm always like, come here. Like, you know, I'll run up. So we're like just in the house standing there and like a kid walks in and my first reaction is like, rush the kid and say hi. And then I like halfway
Realized.
was like, oh no, you can't do that. This is like Northwest. This is like
a famous
a
kid.
famous kid.
That
And,
kid
like,
probably has a bodyguard.
I know. I'm sure she did.
Oh,
yeah.
sure.
Wow.
So yeah, it was just funny. But I really geeked out over North more than anything.
Cute. That is so cute. So
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, and you guys should definitely check out Shae's. You know, stuff if you want to feel good on a date. That's what we talked about.
Yeah.
Like, you felt, even though you were in head to toe
Pink.
and shit, you felt
patent.
good.
Pink
Patent.
and patent.
You need to
Pearls,
feel
too.
good when you do stuff like, because then look what happens.
The three
Yeah.
Ps.
Yeah,
Like, you
I think it
covered
really is. Yeah, I did. Seriously.
You covered all of the
Yeah,
Ps.
I really
mean,
did. I know. Yeah, I think that's a huge part of it, though, is just feeling confident.
Of course.
Even if maybe you shouldn't.
Yeah.
Well, that being said, how do you stay confident every day in your marriage? Now, you've been together forever at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
11 years.
how do you, A, stay confident in that and,
Yeah.
you know, also stay in love? Because
Yeah,
that's
Keeping
not
the
something
spark
people do
alive.
anymore.
You're
Yeah.
so busy.
Well, here's the thing. I always tell people, like, I feel as though it's really easy to get into, like, I need to do A, B, C, and D, and, like, compare your relationship to someone else's, or, like, this is how this person maintains, like, a happy, healthy relationship. So that's what I need to do. And for us, like, we just have a really good balance. And that has been, to me, the best. I think it's kind of like what comes first, like the trust and then like the flexibility within the relationship, or it's like the chicken or the egg thing. Cause like we trust each other so much, and I have my girl time. He has his guy time. I'm not threatened by him going out and hanging out with his guy friends. He's totally cool with me going out with my girlfriends. And we're very secure and confident in that. And I'm not threatened by that. And I know like a lot of girls who they feel this like, you know, oh God, like I don't want my, you know, him to go out with the boys because like, oh, I don't know what's going to happen. Like, oh my gosh. And I think like when you even are putting out that kind of like energy and that kind of pressure on the guy, it makes him feel not trusted.
Sure.
And then that's damaging to your relationship.
And then it's a cyclical thing. Exactly.
So
Well,
that's what
also,
I mean. It's
it
like,
means you don't trust them.
Well, yeah,
Exactly.
it just means you don't, which is why even put yourself in that situation.
Exactly.
If you fear every time that
Yeah.
person leaves the house, you have bigger problems.
Right.
Oh my God, that would be
Exactly.
horrible.
Can
to
you
be in
imagine?
I was in a
situation
relationship like that, and
and
so
see,
I
that's like abort mission,
yeah.
like get out to me,
Right.
if that's what you feel. And we just like, we're very, we're both very independent, but we're best friends. I think that's probably the best, what it comes down to is we're very independent, but we're best friends. You know, we like to like veg out and watch TV. We like to, you know, go shopping, relax at the pool. Like we're both we have a lot of similar things where personalities are polar opposites. I mean, total ends of the spectrum.
What is he like? Is he
But-
quieter?
Yeah,
I mean, because like
very.
you're full of energy.
Yeah, he's
like an
super
entertainer.
quiet. He's super quiet, very like calculated, very intuitive, and very like. I love everyone. Like I made everyone. I'm like, oh my gosh, they're so sweet. I love them. They're such a nice person. And he'll be like, no. There was some like weird vibes. Like they, you know, I don't think that you should really totally trust them or like be careful. Or, you know, so he's kind of like
He grounds
me to where I'm just like all over the place. And so it's a good balance.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think like
But
for
you like
us,
to do the same things.
yeah, we like to do the same things. And yeah, I think that's kind of what it comes down to. Like we have our own things that we're passionate about. You know, he's really into like cigars and bourbon, and like I can't smoke things and I only drink white wine. So I'm like, I'm a cheap date and that's fine. So like, you know, we don't put pressure on each other to be something that we're not. And something that I've learned, and this is like so important, I always tell people this in relationships, that like sometimes, you know, and we've been together now 11 years, which is a long time.
Yeah.
And you know, we go through like ups and downs, and like we have things that we argue about, and sometimes, you know, there will be things, and I'm sure he would say the same thing about me, so that's why I feel comfortable saying this. There are things that I'm like, oh God, sometimes they really annoy me.
Sure.
And it's like, whether it's just like comes down to our personality differences or whatever. But what you find is that those things that annoy me so much are the things that drew me to him in the beginning.
Totally.
And I have to remind myself of that, because those things that annoy me so much sometimes are often what makes him really good for me.
Is he still wearing the ring, the pinky finger?
Not
ring?
usually.
Okay.
Not usually.
Sometimes he'll bust it out on a
Sometimes
special
he'll bust
occasion.
exactly, and I'm like,
On
oh,
your
God, babe.
anniversary.
Oh God, babe. But no, now he doesn't. Now he's simplest. He's more simple now.
Yeah.
Was that with your like influence?
I think so.
With your fashion advice?
But he just kind of does what he wants, honestly. I'd like to say it was maybe with my input, but probably not. He probably just got tired of it.
Yeah.
Mochi's staring at me. Are you judging me for the pinky ring?
She might be.
Hi, Mochi.
She's got a lot of side eye.
She's side eyed.
yeah.
Right? She's
That
like,
is-
pinky ring, really?
Listen.
I don't think so. That is great advice, actually.
Yeah.
I love
Really
that.
great.
And speaking of balance, really quickly, before we play a fun game with you.
Oh, there's
you
a
guys
game?
Do, yeah.
Yeah, fun.
We do, you do a lot of, like we said, you're really busy, and you're, balancing your marriage and all of your hosting stuff and everything. And you work with a lot of different organizations. So quickly tell us about maybe the one that really
my gosh.
speaks to you
Yes.
the most and how you got involved.
Yeah, I love doing charity work and just like working with there's so many incredible organizations out there that are doing amazing things all over the world. I'm trying to think off the bat. There's actually there's two. I mean, Teen Cancer America, I love so much, because what they do, there's so many like cancer organizations that help like children with cancer and adults with cancer. But teens are kind of like this organization. They're this one group that are a little bit they're in the middle. So a lot of these programs for kids that are going through chemo are too young for the teenagers. And then a lot of the other things are too old. And so Teen Cancer America really hones in on that. And it's so amazing what they do. They'll go into hospitals and they'll set up rooms like in the hospitals for teens with like video games and just like, music lessons and just like different things like that.
So
and
they can feel normal while going through this process.
Exactly. And I
teenager stuff.
and I first got involved with them because they were doing a thing at Smashbox Studios here in town where they were giving makeovers to teens who were battling cancer. And I met this girl, Katie, who is now like a great friend of mine. She was 14 at the time. It was like her second time battling cancer. I mean, these kids have been through stuff I can't even imagine.
Right.
And to have a day where they just like get glammed up, made over, get these amazing pictures with like boxing gloves and like super inspiring, like, helping them really find their strength in those moments of like weakness and
That's
hardships.
sweet.
And like, so I would say that's probably, the one that I'm like most excited to be involved with.
Great.
You seem really excited about it. You just like
love
lit
it.
up.
It's such an incredible organization.
It's a great thing. Yeah, you don't
love
hear
it.
a lot about that specific
No.
helping for
No.
that age group, and that's nice.
You don't think about it,
No,
you know?
you don't. Yeah.
And I think it's great that you are using your influence, as everyone's called now like an influencer and whatever, but to actually use it for good and to want to be involved in these things. And like we did say, you are very busy. You have a husband, you have a dog, you are always on a plane
Like
going
traveling.
somewhere.
You have plenty of Pinot Grigio.
Yeah, you're
yes.
busy, and you still make a choice to find time for these things.
Yeah.
And it does tie into what you know and what you do,
Yeah.
and I think that that's great that you give back. And so now we're gonna give back to
Oh
you
my
and
gosh.
play a really
I'm
fun
scared.
game.
I'm a little bit scared just
Okay,
judging by the
well,
name. I'm like, where is this going?
With all of the Jessicas
Okay.
and Jennifers in the celebrity world, we think
What?
that you stick out with your name, Shae.
Okay.
Definitely different.
Yes.
Definitely different. Shae Wilbur is not your average chick, and you do not have a very common name, and we think it's perfectly appropriate.
Oh, lovely.
And we searched our brains and the internet for celebrities with the same name, but we just really couldn't find
I was
any.
like, I don't
No.
think there are.
But we
No.
found stars with like Shae in their names, or sounds
Oh my
sort of
gosh.
like it. So we're gonna
This is
give
so
you.
fun.
We're going to give the real Shae some hints, and she's going to have to uncover the faux Shaes in a game.
This is the best game
we like to
ever.
call
Oh my gosh, this is so
50
fun.
Shades
Okay.
of Shae. Okay.
What?
Ready?
How
Yeah.
fun is this?
Okay, so we're gonna give you a
Here's
hint.
your hint.
Then you have to say who the celebrity is.
Oh my gosh, I feel so much pressure because I feel like I should be good at this game.
Okay, maybe you will be.
Well, it's
Just
also
think
early
Shae.
and you have alcohol.
They have a
or
sh-
or a Shae.
It's like a sh.
Or
Yeah.
kind of. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
We
You'll
stretched it a little.
see. Okay, ready? Nothing compares to this Irish singer.
Sinead O'Connor.
Yeah. See, you're good.
Okay.
All right.
This country singer made us feel like a woman in the 90s.
Shania Twain, I love her.
Wait, she did I get this right? She married, her husband cheated with her best friend, and then she married the best friend's ex-husband. I think
What?
Yes, I think that's what happened.
I hope
Yes.
so, because that's a good story.
That's amazing.
You go, girl.
That's like Nashville,
And what happened to the
show.
best friend? I bet you know what? I bet they didn't. I bet they split.
I don't know,
because
maybe.
relationships
Because
born like that.
Bad karma.
Yeah, fuck that.
Right. Anyway, all right. This reality TV ex-husband
Okay.
used to hang with the sexy kids at Sir.
Reality TV ex-husband.
Yeah.
If you don't,
I mean, I know
think, sir-
Vanderpump.
Okay.
Okay, but who was the?
Oh, wait, reality.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
He's
he
in
was on-
music.
and he was on Vanderpump Rules, and
Yeah.
he's an ex-husband. He used to run with the Circle. He's a husband of one of the
And
cast
his
But not
wife,
Eddie.
His ex-wife
man.
has a name that actually could
kind
apply
of-
for this
yeah.
as well.
Gosh,
Exactly.
you guys,
Who
I
was
should know
married
this.
on the show. Besides, there's only two people that have ever been.
Sheena.
Okay.
Sheena Shea. That's her stage name.
Well,
isn't it?
And who was her husband?
husband is
Oh, Shae.
Mike Shae. Yeah, Mike Shae.
Mike Shae.
There you go.
Yeah,
There we
yeah,
go.
yeah.
That was tricky.
Oh, that's why I get Sheena Shea now. It's coming in.
yeah.
Got it.
This boy band hunk turned TV host has a temperature that is rising.
Oh, I love. Is that Nick Lachey?
Yeah.
I love him.
Nicholas
I love
Shae.
Nick Lachey.
You're really good at this.
I love Nick Lachey.
Wait, we have one
you guys,
last
this,
one.
I feel like this was probably really hard to like come up with. By the way,
Well, you know, it's what we do
try.
for our
you're
show.
doing really good.
We try. So are you.
Yeah, thanks. So this actress has been seen on The Secret Life of an American Teenager, Big Little Lies,
Okay.
and The OC.
Big Little Lies. I got.
Uh-huh.
I don't know if I'm gonna get this one.
It's okay. She was
Hold
also
on.
on in the movie The Descendants.
Is she a young actress?
Yeah, she was also in one of those like
Shoot, I don't think I know her name. The girl who was in Big Little Lies.
yeah.
Yeah.
I met her too.
Well, her first part.
Or,
Her name
you
is,
could probably make it up.
The one was she Reese Witherspoon's
Friend.
friend? Oh yes, I know her. The one who does all that like the environmental stuff.
Oh, does
She's
she?
like super.
Maybe I don't. Her
Yes.
Her
she
last
totally
name
does.
has
Yes.
it in, and her last.
Hold on.
name-
I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get it. I can't. I have to be 100% on this.
Oh my God. she
I
has it.
know
No
her
pressure.
name.
Well,
it's
start
kinda
with
yours.
yours.
She was also in Snowden.
Start with yours.
Yeah, she was.
Sinead Grimes.
No.
No.
But that's a good one,
But
too.
you were. She was 90210.
Yeah.
But ooh, shit! I should have added her.
That
in
was a
here.
good one. She's
Damn
also
it.
been in a lot
But she's along those lines.
Yeah, but no.
No, I know it. I know it.
Shailene.
Shailene.
Yeah. Shailene.
Shailene.
Shailene Woodley.
Oh, Woodley. I got the Lee part.
No, that was
Yeah,
good. You were
she
on.
was.
We're gonna give it
And
to
when you whispered
Oh,
it, it's
God, I'm
totally
sweating.
right.
I'm
we're gonna
sweating
give it
I
to
was
you.
too because I wanted you to win.
I know. God, that was good. That was
sweating.
really good. That was good.
You won. Yes. So now you can
I
drink the
win.
rest of your
Okay.
drink
Your
because
Pinot
you won.
Grigio, you guys.
And then also tell everyone where they can see you. You're on a bunch of different things, and you're casting for American Idol. So tell everyone when that
Yes.
starts again.
Okay, so well, you can find me on Instagram at Shae Wilbur, Facebook, all YouTube at This Is Shae. But yeah, we're casting right now for American Idol. The auditions kick off in Orlando.
Wow.
On the 17th, you can go to AmericanIdol.com to find out all the different ways you can audition. I mean, we're doing Musical.ly auditions. We did live auditions on Musical.ly yesterday. It was
Wow.
crazy. We have online auditions. We have like buses going up and down the coast.
Awesome.
So yeah, the new season launches in the spring. I'm really excited.
Okay, great.
All right. And then other shows, anywhere people can find you.
Yeah, I'm doing something with E. I'm doing it on Monday, but I don't know when it's going to air. So coming up on E, Celebrity Page, which is on the Reels channel. Wendy Williams sometimes.
always
Just
on
like keep
Wendy.
your TV on and
Yeah.
you'll see me.
You'll
hopefully.
see her.
Great. I
She'll
mean,
be
that's
there.
great.
Yeah.
Great, you guys. Okay, and don't forget to tune in next week for our guest actor Ryan Hake, and don't forget to
Ooh.
follow us on social media at Complicated Show.
And guys, we deliver this content free every week to you. So the least thing you could do for us is A, have a drink with us when you watch, and B,
Yes.
tell a friend.
Like, rate, comment, share.
The whole thing.
Do all the things. And also, Jen, where can everyone follow and find you?
Oh, you can follow me at Jennifer Golden on all of the social media platforms. That's Jennifer with one N and one F.
No.
Yes.
And you can find me at Lauren Leonelli on all of the things as well.
Is that with one F as well?
It's with Lauren with one F.
Perfect.
That F. Yes.
Good.
There we go.
All right, guys.
Oh, and we're going to leave you with a quick little quote because we
Ooh.
like to have relationship quotes. I like, from a little spark may burst a tiny flame, because you're just such
You know what? It was
spark.
a little
Yeah.
spark at first.
Yeah, it always is, and then
Yeah.
it becomes a flame that
And
hopefully
then
never burns
fan those
out.
flames. That's
Yeah.
right. Okay, guys, thank you
Sad.
so much for tuning in, listening, and watching. Thank you for coming in, Shae. And yes, there's a camera over there too. They're all over the place.
They're everywhere.
We have to
They
look
really
all
are
the different
everywhere.
directions to make it work. Okay, guys, we will see you next week.
Love you long time.
Bye.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.